but he was also willing to kill the falafel guy. I'm like, why didn't he just kill her?
Because the falafel guy hurt Superman.
I mean, it helps.
But
Superman,
I'm saying if he's willing to kill,
but it would hurt. Yeah.
My point is like, you think he'd get to a line where he's like, all right, I'll do everything except like I'll kidnap you and imprison you for life, which is what he's doing to her.
Because
if he's willing to kill, wouldn't it just be easier?
No. When you're a billionaire and you have an island, you want to torture them and use them later. That's the scenario that we
back off.
We know about. Like, settle down. Simmer down now.
1st and 10, Simmer take the snap, drop back, find down in the end zone for a touchdown. Now come on and kick the extra point. Simmer to down, followed by now, and it's Simmer down now.
I like to think there was an outdoor bodega, and he just grabbed the soup from an outdoor display and threw it. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, you didn't pay for that.
And like we also also Lex is already on TV and doing interviews. Like, it's just so ridiculous. But I mean, I get it. Like we're talking about Superman comics. We're talking about superhero movies and comics, so I should be okay with the ridiculous. But I'm like, it's so just like out of left field. It feels like that people would just turn on him like that. Like, you've been protecting people so much, and mainly because in my head, that's the Marvel universe 100%. Like, they're like death to muties at the any moment of any day. But they're at least like in the DC, they tend to be a little more hopeful and like don't turn their back on Superman. Like, there's people who are like, no, I believe you, Superman.
You're saying turn their back on him as if everyone was 100% for him. I'm assuming we got reactions from people. No, I'm assuming we got reaction. No, I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is I'm assuming we're getting reaction from people who were either lukewarm on him or were questioning him to begin with. Like, you weren't getting the people that were like, hey, he saved my life. Fuck him. It was like, I never really cared for that guy. And now he wants to have sex with my wife? Fuck this dude.
Why would anyone want that? Because sometimes that's the only life alert button you could press to save your marriage.
and it's
getting the old white people in the diner on Fox News.
All in for Trump. We've got to bring back honesty to government.
I was gonna say, it's like they're starting to say the quiet part out loud. They're like, "Oh, we can all say it now." I've been hating this guy since the beginning. I don't think he's American.
Wait, what was that? Well, he's an alien.
Yeah, and it's exacerbated by he had just involved himself in an international incident. And there's the jingoism, like, well, how dare you make America look bad? Who gave you the right to do what we like to do, jerk?
Not only did you make us look bad, you got your ass beat. Makes us look worse. If you're gonna meddle, fucking win.
At least win.
Make sure there's no witnesses. Obama. Just saying. If you're gonna win big.
My other thing too, though, I will say they're like, we got like 3 experts to like confirm that is what it says. And you're like, oh, okay, like we've known Krypton's existed for what, maybe 5 years at best, and you guys have literally learned to translate the whole entire like language.
Yeah,
hey, hold on. I've seen Fantastic Four. It can be done in a weekend.
This is
ChatGPT,
this is where,
guys.
Yeah, this is where like there's. James Gunn has done interviews later on saying like, oh no, that's what it said. Like that's part of the story is that, and I get, because this is all future knowledge. It's so that he then endears himself mentally more to his Earth parents. My problems are multiple, because one, we're in an age where we should identify like, no, people are spreading fake news and misinformation, and we should identify that and not just take it just take them at the word of saying, oh no, we have experts that said this. Another part that I have issue with is that in the beginning of the message, when it's translated and it's like, oh, we love you more than ground, and it's like, wait, what does that mean? Like, that sounds like a bad translation. Like when you hear video games, like all your base belong to us. Like that just doesn't, like, you needed a translator in there to add context, and we don't have that. And so for everyone just to take it like, oh no, Lex's guys are right. Even for Mr. Terrific to later on say like, yeah, It's approved. We did the machines. We ran it through ChatGPT. It's fine. Like, bullshit. I have issues with this.
We love you more than heaven, our son. We love you more than land. Our beloved home is soon to be gone forever.
Hans' truth.
That place is Earth.
I don't get it. What's bad about that?
The people there are simple and profoundly confused. Weak of mind and spirit and body. Lord over the planet as the last son of Krypton.
Take as many wives as you can, so your genes and Krypton's might and legacy will live on in this new frontier.
Also, because
Superman confirmed it though.
Superman didn't confirm it. His setup was destroyed afterwards, by the way, so he wasn't even able to kind of like. It took a while to get that fixed. But he's saying like, oh yeah, that's because the very beginning he's like, oh yeah, what's so bad with what they're saying? I love you more than ground. Like that's good. He said because he didn't hear the second half. So they leave that first part. So also Lex is smart enough to fake shit. So don't trust him. The other part of this is we're allowing everyone else to translate this, but by the end of the movie, we realize there's another Kryptonian on this planet that could have translated this better than anybody else in the world because she lived on Krypton. Why was that?
Yeah, but she might have been like a Supergirl. She might have been like a Supergirl where it's like, yeah, she can say a couple words. She can say hi, hello, nice to see you, Grandma. We don't know how much Kryptonian she really knows though. Like she just might be like real basic, like.
Okay, so that's fair because I'm taking my own comic book knowledge and the idea that the difference between with Kara and Kal-El is that she grew up and she left at an older age, so she grew up on Krypton. So there's my own like comic book knowledge there. So I'll give you that. But the idea that they're two things.
One, the tracking was fucked up, so she never even got to that part. So she wouldn't have been able to translate shit because there's nothing there for her to God damn it.
I get it. It's all good.
Just keep it. Just keep the coin tight. Tight shot.
So she wasn't there to translate. I mean, she wouldn't have been able to translate. Second, she wasn't there to translate to begin with. She was off getting drunk. There was nothing for her to translate.
That's true, yeah.
But she's been on planet long enough to have her own super outfit. So there's some timeline stuff that she's been on Earth long enough to get a cool Superman outfit. So there's been some time she spent in the cave.
But she's been off planet the whole time during this whole entire situation that's going on. So she just got back.
This, but she also was there she was there at the end of Peacemaker season 1 when they stopped the butterflies. She was there along with Green Lantern and Superman. So they're
spoiler alert.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. She was there at the end of Peacemaker. Yeah.
I thought that was Wonder Woman.
No, it's Supergirl, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, and Hawkgirl. Just watch the show. Yeah.
Nevertheless,
Green Lantern has a weird throw up fetish.
There was nothing for her to translate though.
We don't. Well, okay, yes, there wasn't anything to there. No, but there was still the first half of the message that was there where they're saying we love you more than ground, which to me sounds like a rough translation, and we don't even know if that was accurate. So to say that anything else we had was accurate is left to question. Like
she doesn't show up to the end of the movie after all this is. What I'm saying is, if she tells Clark like, hey, the first half of this is what this means. Like, yeah, I can translate that part. The part that Lex fudges, whatever, like she can't. By the time she gets around to doing it, everything's already happened.
Right, but my point is that we're basing this translation off of what data, and the fact that we have more data from an actual Kryptonian should be able to lend us more information.
But
I know that she wasn't. I know that she wasn't there at when she had in the context that she.
Yeah, I think in this
she
sense,
was on Krypton. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna agree with you, Ken. I think the issue is James Gunn shouldn't have clarified that it was real. Is basically what we should have gone with. Like, you should have left it in the open. That way, you can go, oh yeah, Supergirl came back, looked at it. That is what they said. Done. That's like, at least had a moment where like.
But what at that point, what difference would it have made though?
Yeah.
For him, a lot.
Yeah.
For Superman, a lot, but also for the world.
But I'm saying it would. The whole point was that it needed to change his view in order for him to finish the movie, in order for him to progress as a character. If you wait to the end of the movie, it doesn't do anything. He's already made his decisions prior to that. He's making his decisions are based off of what he finds out in the translation. So saving it to the very end doesn't do anything for us as a viewer or for him as a character.
But it does affect it affects his character moving forward, but also it affects the people of Metropolis in a world where we're accepting fake news. And that's where I'm saying, like, just not listening to the billionaire tell you this is what it says. Trust me, I'm a billionaire. That's where I'm saying that there's a message in there. That's
they said the experts. He said the experts. He didn't say trust me.
He said the experts, just like he said, RFK said you shouldn't take vaccines. That's the experts he's talking about.
Hold on. Number one, that's how real life works. It's not like this is some magical laid up land. Number two, we don't know what the opinion of the public, the public's opinion of Lex Luthor is. Maybe he is a trusted and respected person. Maybe he's Elon pre 2016.
You just if you're at we need where are the aliens?
But that's
Elon
still
and
my
Iron
point
Man 2.
We don't let Gronk translate it. We wait till, like, that's why I say I don't want them. I would prefer if they hadn't said, oh no, that's what it says, because like I would want the messaging to be, hey, don't just take what billionaires say to be truth, and like that seems to be that's a problem that I have. That's the Ken Roller problem. I have an issue with billionaires. There, I said it.
No, we all do, but I'm saying in the universe. I was gonna say this in this podcast right now because I want to get sponsored by a billionaire. And you're fucking my money up. You're ruining my bag, bitch.
Tangential Giants brought to you by Gronk.
Again, we were established the rules in this universe, and to Pat's point, we don't. The public opinion of Lex doesn't seem to be. It doesn't turn until Clark kind of exposes him, so to speak. So for him to come out and be like the Bill Gates or the Tim Cook of that universe, and he's saying like, hey, I'm providing you an iPhone, you trust the iPhone, you use it constantly, I'm telling you that it works this way, and you're like, all right, cool, it works this way. And he's saying, again, not trust me, I had other people translate it, so it's been tested. Like I didn't do it, I'm not telling you that, other experts are saying it. And then you get further confirmation by Mr. Terrific, and you get lastly, Superman saying like, all right, well, if the first half is true, the second half's got to be true as well. Like that's 3 levels of like, hey, this is what it is. Like it may not be what we want to hear, but it is what it is. And again, it helps Clark make his decision towards the end.
And that's been the message too, is that like just because it's not what you want to hear, it doesn't mean it's. And I understand that, but I still just have a bigger problem with accepting that narrative from a billionaire, and that's where my ire comes up.
Unfortunately, we've seen how it works. People do accept.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's my problem. Is that I'm tired of living in that world. I want my fantasy world to be better. Okay. And when it's not,
I'm right there with you. Yeah.
So then I think at this point, Superman heads to the Fortress of Solitude, to see what happened. Sees Gary there, which I think he's number 4 at that point. Yeah, what's left of him. Yeah. Realize he's missing. There's a brief interaction between the Justice Gang and Clark. Or it's Superman saying, like, is this true? Superman. Are you starting a harem? You better not be.
You got a secret harem? No, Guy, of course I don't have a harem.
And like Guy Gardner's being a Guy Gardner.
That's what he's focused on.
Yeah.
You better not be.
Mr. Terrific's being Mr. Terrific. They're doing their roles and it's good. And then he heads off to the place that I can't think of.
Fortress of Solitude.
So, okay, I guess I should ask, what are your thoughts that they chose Guy Gardner as the Green Lantern to represent Green Lanterns in your... For a lot of people, this might be so obviously we know about Ryan Reynolds, but this is like their first showing of what Green Lantern is. Like, do you think that was a good idea? Do you think like it was like should have been Hal? Should it have been anybody?
I think
else?
if the plans are to do that show, I think this is perfect casting. Because I feel like you leave Hal and Stewart for something else.
Stewart, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think this is because this is the introduction of the not quite Justice League. The if you in the know, Justice League International, where you have Guy Gardner on it, along with like Fire and Ice and some other characters. They're like the B team of the Justice League at that point, And so I'm on board. And I like Nathan Fillion, have for some time, and I think this is a good insert for this character, and he plays well with the other characters for the most part. To be like he's like if you had like a Cole Garrison where you'd like you don't really want to think too much about it. He's kind of the dumb one, but he's got a heart of gold, and so you put him in there, and he's awesome.
Damn, I think he's also gonna be great if you need to kill him off and start with something going further. I'm just saying, if you're going to be looking for a more mainstay, I think this is a good introduction versus having like someone people really love and then you kill them off for whatever reason. Now it's like, all right, well, you had the best one there. We can't progress from here. Like as an audience, I don't want to move on from this. I think he's good for what he does right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Tim, what about you?
I mean, well, Nathan Fillion could play any of the Green Lanterns, right? If you were like, oh, he's Hal, but yeah, I believe it. He's an older Hal. Like, I mean, that's the thing.
He's played Hal. He's played.
Yeah, as the voice, like he has a voice. Yeah, I mean, like if you're like, oh, it's Kyle, like, yeah, John Stewart's a little tough.
No, not. Hey, blackface is back in, Pat. Have you not been looking at that? Look out your window.
Hey, yeah.
He's not in Florida. He can't.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in your neck of the woods, but out here, that's
he's close to Huntington.
Fair enough. Shots fired, Huntington Beach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the of course I guess a big part of the story is the actor for Mr. Terrific gets to, like, as far as superhero movies goes, redeems himself and gets that redemption moment, because everyone's like, hey, didn't the guy who was supposed to live through anything not live through anything in that last movie he was in? And like a lot of people are talking about that, and that's fair. Like I think he did a really good job as Mr. Terrific. It wasn't necessarily the Mr. Terrific I have in my head, but I also fall back on the statement of like there's two roles that black people get. It's either Shaft or Mr. Tibbs, and like those are the two that they vacillate between. And so he went a little more Shaft than I thought. But yeah.
I mean, he's still sort of the magical Negro. He just had like the orbs around him as his magic.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have just somehow implemented electrical powers, if that makes you feel better.
Oh, that's for the sequel. That's for his own.
I mean, those are run on electricity.
True. Yeah.
That's. I mean, if we're going to talk about the argument,
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was saying if we're going to go into the whole like path of like black characters who are associated with electricity, there's a lot of different things you can go down that path, because
you mean
like
all
also
of
like
the superheroes.
You're gonna act like Black Lightning's like not here at all. Like, come on now, like he's just messed up. But yeah, sorry, Pat, you were gonna go.
Well, we had jumped over. He
easy now, Pat.
To the
Easy
Justice
now.
Gang. He talks to Lois. He has a heart-to-heart with Lois, I believe, at this point. And then he turns himself into the police because Lex has gotten, or not the police, but the U.S. government, because Lex has successfully turned them against Superman. Partially because Superman goes to confront Lex and find out where his dog is, because Krypto.
There we go. Right.
That's going to be.
Lex, I tried to stop him.
It's fine, Heather. Superman, we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog?
The dog, loser! You took the dog!
That's right, you get all of this.
Where's the dog?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
He's just a dog.
I don't know what dog you're talking about. Ugly dog and cape.
What did you say?
And that's also where we get a cameo.
Such a fun scene. Ugly dog,
yeah.
Stupid cape.
Yeah, and it. I mean, he plays perfectly into his plan and stuff, and it's upsetting. But then that's where we also get the meeting of in the war room with cameo by Rick Flag Sr. played by
Frank
Crossbones, Frank Grillo, right? Played by Crossbones from the Marvel Universe. So there's that. He's also recently in Creature Commandos and other shows. But yeah. I appreciate that. Like they're just tying in little threads to the universe. Like, oh yeah, this character's here too. This character's here too. It's a bit like I still hate the idea of just like them letting like, oh yeah, he's just a billionaire. We let into the Situation Room. Not like that happened.
I was gonna say, kid, you're really talking like this is fantasy.
Yeah. That's my problem. I want fantasy to be better. But yeah.
I mean, he's providing him with tech, so they're gonna let him into the room.
Oh yeah, no, there's all the war contracts. There's all the war profiteering and government contracts you can just hand out like nothing. I hear you.
Yeah. And sadly, in this movie, they actually had to do some convincing. It wasn't just like, oh, whatever you say, Lex. It's like, oh yeah, no, we still can't do that, buddy.
So,
Lex,
go ahead.
I would say just one thing. They named the system like Planet Watch, which I thought was like, are you just like teeing up Stormwatch, which is another book from DC that was originally a book from Image, but part of the Wildstorm universe. But I'm like, so Stormwatch is going to be what it evolves into, which could happen. Maybe. But I was just curious. Pat.
Oh, so they I was just gonna continue that, Superman plays into Lex's hand, Superman turns himself in, and then Lex gets control of him and throws him into an alternate pocket universe.
Oh, quick aside too.
Yeah.
During this part where Clark also talks to Lois, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I'll just go and turn myself in because maybe at least then I can go meet up with Crypto. I'll find out where they're keeping him." And during this discussion, there's an imp that's fighting the Justice Gang out in the background, and they say imp.
Yes.
To which my brain goes to Mr. Mr. Mixyet-Spitlick, and I'm like, is that supposed to be
backwards?
That? Kill Tipsy's.
I wonder if he's doing a projection or something of some sort.
Yeah, no, that totally, and that we do get like different variations on Mr. Mixyet-Spitlick. So like it could be.
What was that again?
Just curious what that is.
Can you do that 2 more times?
Mr. Mixyet-Spitlick. Mr. Mixyet-Spitlick.
Mr. Spitlick.
There you go.
And so I'm like, is that him? Because then does that also mean we get Batmite later on? But that's another, or Bitewing, who is another one that we get too. There's a lot of them. They're awesome.
What the hell did you just say?
But I'm a dork. So he tells Lois like, okay, I'll turn myself in. Maybe at least then I can find Crypto. And that's it's showing more too. Like he just wants his dog to be safe. Like if you have pets, like you care about
his dog.
I was gonna say he wants
his dog is babysitting.
Yeah. It's even worse. I think I don't know if I mentioned it in our discussion afterwards. It's like he doesn't necessarily. I mean, he cares for the dog as it's a living being, but I think he's more afraid of his cousin.
I absolutely think that too. He's like, he knows how mad she's gonna be if that dog is like messed up.
And if this is the same dog storyline from what I think James Gunn is borrowing from, that dog is very important to her. So I think if he loses it or anything happens to it, she'd be really devastated or upset with it.
Also, he's just a good guy who doesn't want to disappoint people. So he's like, where's my dog? He's like, well, I kind of lost it.
Yeah, he's got empathy, which is apparently just not functioning in billionaire brains. Like, it just doesn't. So that's where...
Yeah, I mean, that's how you become a billionaire, is you lose your empathy.
Yeah. And that's why it takes 3 ghosts to visit you in the night. And that's
to restore that? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only way to fix a billionaire. Paranormal activities. Moving on.
And we know that's fantasy because billionaires be like, what are you doing here? You're wasting my time. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You got money? Is there ghost money? Wait, hold on. Do ghosts have money? Is there capitalism in the afterlife? Can I get in on this?
What do you need? What can I make you?
We're selling time shares in the...
Hey, hear me out. Ghost book.
On a side note, that's actually a plot in an episode of Dinosaurs where the grandmother sees the light, sees that she's going to heaven, comes back and tells everybody about it, and then they start selling property in heaven so that when you get there, you have a home. That's a whole plot in a dinosaur episode.
But what if we could distract these poor dinosaurs? Get them to stop expecting so much out of life now with a promise of some vague reward later.
I'm sorry, it's up here. Carry on, folks.
No, I'm just more curious that someone actually hasn't done that, like a televangelist in real life.
Oh, who's to say they haven't?
Probably.
Yeah. Because we're not watching them, we don't know what they're doing. So I'm sure. Like that's how. What's the one that was in Texas that like lock people out during the monsoons and stuff.
Oh, Joel Osteen.
Yeah,
Yep.
him. I'm sure he's done that. I'm sure that's a thing.
If y'all want a hand-drawn copy of what Baby Billy saw in heaven, it's $39.99.
Payday, hallelujah, what a payday.
It's all tied to
where I got my
crypto
mansion
coin.
from.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys.
Heavenly mansions and crypto coins. That's what they're doing.
Nice.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. Right next to the what's his name? Gabriel. Is that one of the guys that let you in? That's what they told me. Said, ask for a guy named Gabriel, and I'll get in.
I saw Supernatural. I know
Really?
Gabriel. He's cool. Well,
I got a 20
Kept
save
calling
for
him
him.
Gabe.
Kept asking to speak to the manager.
So,
where were we? Superman turns himself in.
Superman's all sad and emo now.
Yeah.
And Lex introduces all of his tech, and basically is now just saying, "I've won." He's doing a little pep dance around him.
The most terrifying creature for no reason at all, and his job is to like roll a scooter for them, like
Mr. Handsome, I think it's called.
Yeah.
That was his first experiment, right? Is that the history of that thing?
I think so. Yeah.
Which, when I first saw it, I thought it was supposed to be like a white Martian. I'm like, oh, or is that where?
Yeah, like
Marvel.
He enslaved the Martian. That'd be crazy.
Marvin the Martian. No, I like it being Marvin the Martian. That's even better. Hello, human. But when I saw the creature, we also missed 1.2 because this is when they take Superman into the Pocket Universe. We didn't mention how Lex had gone through the Pocket Universe and met up with the leader of Baravia, and like they had a donut and stuff. Yeah, they did scheming, but yes, there was that Baravia stuff that also happened, but that ties to the Pocket Universe. So,
well, I think that's where we. That's when we get the. To Ken's point, that's when we get the reveal that the Baravia thing is actually just a front from Lex. I think it's almost instantly after he leaves beating Clark's ass the first time, he ends up landing right in Lex's pocket dimension thing or whatever. No, I think goes fine. He just goes to like his base out in the fucking desert somewhere.
Well, that was the weird thing. Like I remember in the beginning, it's like the Hammer of Baravia like goes like all the way around and lands on the beach and then walks into the thing, but then also like just ends up like just there, and so does the Baravian leader. Like he goes in just in his office, but like they do this whole thing just to like, I'm gonna go all the way over there to look like I'm going away, but you just land there and you're just right back here. Like you're right back in the office. Like you just it's just so that if you're tailed kind of thing. But yeah,
if Clark wasn't a fucking lazy ass, could have finished the fight.
He had to go check on his dog, man. Leave him be. Actually,
a couple more minutes, finish the fight. No, he didn't. He went to work.
Yeah. See, he's punching that clock. They get you.
I think at that point the dog was stolen.
Yeah. So yeah, this is where we see Mr. Handsome, and we go into this Pocket Universe.
Oh, the Internet of Angry Monkeys.
Yes, we see the Internet of Angry Monkeys. I forget when it happens, but we learned that like Lex also put his ex in there who like tweeted bad about him, and like all this other like just essentially just odd political prisoners, not even like big time ones, just like she said my dick was tiny, I'm gonna go ahead and throw her in here. Like
now,
damn, all
this
right.
Is the
like,
only and I love the movie, but this is my only issue with this movie was his ability to kidnap her, and I'm assuming fabricate some kind of like explanation why she's missing. But he was also willing to kill the falafel guy. I'm like, why didn't he just kill her?
Because the falafel guy hurt Superman.
I mean, it helps.
But
Superman,
I'm saying if he's willing to kill,
but it would hurt.
Like,
yeah.
My point is like, you think he'd get to a line where he's like, all right, I'll do everything except like I'll kidnap you and imprison you for life, which is what he's doing to her.
Because
if he's willing to kill, wouldn't it just be easier?
No. When you're a billionaire and you have an island, you want to torture them and use them later. That's the scenario that we know about. Like, yeah, settle down, simmer down now.
1st and 10, simmer, take the snap, drop back, find down in the end zone for a touchdown. Now come on and kick the extra point. Simmer to down, followed by now, and it's simmer down now.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood it or misinterpreted, because it was like Again, no, I don't. Lex were, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I think
the about Lex is I feel like he has this like disconnect. He's like, well, it's Russian roulette. I didn't kill him. The gun killed. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I just pulled the trigger, but the gun's actually the one that killed him. I tried to.
You could have stopped me at any time, Clark.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have stopped me, but you didn't stop me. So
I would have totally accepted that if we had this moment where you guys are he's making a rationale for his actions because he's uncomfortable with the action, but it didn't. He was like, all right, well, let's go. And I'm like, if he's that lackadaisical about killing somebody, why don't you just kill the people? Like, you don't need to kidnap. Again, I'm assuming you need to feed her, keep her in prison. Like, there's a lot more work than just saying like, all right, you know what? You talk bad about me. Now you're gone.
I would say Pat had a statement, but this also ties to something else I have to say. Go ahead.
Go. Well, I was going to say because he wants to torture her. He only kills the falafel guy to hurt Superman. The only reason he does is like, I need to hurt you. And the only way I can get you to do what I want to do or to hurt you is right now to threaten him. Killing in his mind, because he's a psychopath, killing her doesn't do anything. I just throw her in there and ignore it. It's fine. Like, I don't even know what we feed her. The infrastructure's there. I have this prison anyway. And I can use her later if I need her.
Okay.
There's the aspect that's the aspect that I'm like stuck on in my head. I'm like, so all these people you're keeping all of them. They have to eat because you've kept them for a certain amount of time. Also, like, you're feeding everyone. A metamorpho maybe doesn't need food. There's a question there, but like baby metamorpho over there, do they need food? Also, do you feed the guy who's like threatening baby metamorpho? Is like just like also, are you paying the guy who's in there with baby metamorpho, or what's the infrastructure? That's the part where my brain is just like, who's feeding them? Like, is Mr. Handsome bringing sandwiches around later on? Like,
I very much think it's like a private prison situation where they're like, political prisoners or whatever. Like, hey, you technically, like, the government's like, we'll pay you, but you still got to actually feed them. So he's like, all right, bare minimum, we'll give him 3 meals in a cot kind of situation. So I feel like the government is the one paying him to feed them, to hold them for him.
But even just like who's like what people are coming in, because I don't think the government knows about the pocket universe. Oh, I guess they do because there's the paper later on. But like just the logistics of it, of like do like they don't make the food there, they have to bring it in, and like all of that, like that's a part, like there's a whole. Also, you have to take away the food out, like the whatever like paper it comes in. Also, there's bathrooms. There's no bathrooms in this. Like, there's so much just logistics to it that I'm just like,
I guess
what is going on here?
My question is, how realistic do you want? I mean, do you want to go full Game of Thrones and like have them like, and then this is how they shit, and then we bring the food in here? Like, how gritty do you want this?
I don't want it that gritty, but just like, my brain was just like, you just have them in clear glass tube squares. Like, that's all that's in there. Like, that's all that's gonna, like, that. Just to be alive and walking around inside their cubes, they need food. And how does all this work? Like, do they get yard time?
Well, I also think you're also missing the point of, well, one of the biggest things is boredom is the quickest thing that you can, being stuck in your own cube. Boredom is going to be a thing. And more likely than not, after a while, they have no shame. So they're just going to do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, they're insane. They've gone insane, but also like they're not. It's not solitude because like they can see each other. They're like, hey,
I think Patrick understands what I'm going at. Just like, hey, don't look at me in the corner. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Don't look in this corner, please. Don't look at my cube.
You know what? Look in the corner. It's been 4 months. Look in the goddamn corner. It's fine.
But for fuck's sakes, Ashley, don't look at him. Look at me. Ashley, look at me.
Yeah, Katie. Like, is that? Anyone remember that episode? No? Okay. That's like 1 or 2 Chappelle Show fans know what I'm talking about, but carry on.
Oh, absolutely.
Do your thing there, doggy. Yeah. Okay. Yo, you hold it down? I'm trying to make love over
here. I think I just finished off Green right there. That's good.
Well, because I started coming back to me. I forgot what his what was his prison buddy's name? He's gonna come hang out.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember,
I can't remember that. I just remember it was Questlove. That was the only part I remember about that.
and Charlie Murphy.
Yep.
No, again, that makes sense. I was just trying to figure out again. I had that dichotomy of that character at that moment. I was like, "Whoa!" Again, he doesn't seem. Again, if he had rationalized, like, "Okay, this is my first wet work thing that I've done, and now I've got to rationalize it," and then from that point on, I can start killing more people easily. That's why I haven't killed her yet. But it seems like I've at least killed somebody before. I have no compunction about this. Like, there's no point in keeping her alive. Like, she's more trouble to you alive, even in your own prison, than she would be if she were just dead.
Yeah, she's no trouble to him.
She got out. She's literally trouble to him.
Well, now.
No,
but
she got out now. But also, I mean, this is jumping forward. When Metamorpho starts to help Superman and tries to like release him, she starts to call the guards and says, "Oh, hey, they're trying to get out. Get over here, guard." I'm like, "What are you doing? You great! Like, why would you be like, oh no, let me stop them from breaking us all free?" It's
the crab mentality. It's the crab mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if they're getting out, I need.
It's not even that. He just killed somebody in front of her. She doesn't want to be the next one.
That's a good point.
People being stupid.
She has no superpowers. And
also, how long has she been stuck there? At this point, she's just like, whatever I could do. Like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I'll buy whatever good behavior I can.
Maybe if the guard comes by, he'll see that I was shitting in the corner for like 2 days, and he'll come clean it up.
Nope.
Never helped.
I will also say that this portion of the film is where I pick my nits, in that it feels like a different movie whenever it is in the alternate dimension. It doesn't feel like a Superman in a movie anymore. It feels like a James Gunn movie. Like, it feels like Guardians to me.
Yeah.
It feels like,
especially the monkeys. The monkeys too.
Yeah.
Like he was loving that scene for himself. He's like, this will get him. This is the moment I'm going to attack my critics.
Given his Twitter history, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, he's just like, he's so proud of that moment. He's like, gotta pat myself on the back for this one.
But I wonder if that was also by design, that whenever you go into this dimension, it starts to get cartoonish, and when you come back out, it's back to the Superman movie. Because you can do all kinds of I mean, once you've created a pocket universe, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and none of the rules have to make any more sense. When you get back to Earth, it's like, all right, well, we have to function under these certain parameters still.
Yeah. That's fair. And
so
just go for it.
Because I mean, then we got that weird pixel water thing that was kind of weird, that went on way too long for me.
Yeah, I mean, if we jump back on the track, we've got so Superman gets in prison. Metamorpho, we learn who he is. He makes kryptonite out of his hand, makes him sick. They shoot the guy. There's a good moment where he says, "Oh, Lex is leaving. Like, maybe I'll get that reporter you're always talking to. What's his name? Clark Kent." And I'm like, that's where they're like, yeah. Clark, technically, if he'd been doing interviews with Lois this whole time, she would be the target at that moment. Because since he's been doing interviews with Clark Kent, that's safe. Like, Clark's safe. Like, that's an interesting moment to kind of bump on. But he leaves the pocket universe, leaves Superman there to be poisoned. I think we jump back to Lois is speaking to the Justice Gang, and she's like, are you guys doing anything? Like, have you found him? Like, what's going on? And they're like, we don't know. We're not in the loop. And
he wasn't going to share his harem. Fuck that dude.
Yeah. But we also get the dialogue with Guy Gardner. He's like, he tells us because we are of the cloth. And like, there's good witty banter, like fun stuff there.
Yeah.
And that's why you have Guy Gardner as opposed to Hal Jordan, because Hal Jordan kind of sucks.
Just so you can make the haircut joke.
That haircut should be against your vows.
That what? That what should be what? I'll have you know 348 chicks say otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, you make the haircut joke, but Guy Gardner's I mean, he's also a wildly wild character, but at least he's got more of a sense of humor than Hal does. Hal's just like square-jawed fighter pilot, just whatever.
Yeah.
But yes,
I do like
the glasses
explanation too. Yeah, but I do like the glasses explanation of just like, those things are like hypnotizing you, right? Like, you can't see who he is because of the glasses. It's like, all right, it's a good throwaway line.
Yeah, but it also then notes too, like, she's like, why does he tell everyone? And it's like, it shows that she she has more regard for his secrets than he does. Like she's like, no, you need to be more secretive. You need to not tell so many people what's going on. Like she is more thoughtful about it than Clark is, because Clark is too trusting. Like that's a good dichotomy to do between the two of them.
It's to Pat's earlier mention of him being sort of childish in that regard. Again, we're 3 years in. He doesn't. Nothing's been able to stop him. So what's the point of what do I need to hide if I can't be defeated and I can always be everywhere I need to be?
But he knows to protect his parents, so he does everything he can not to let on that anyone in the outside world know about Kansas. So there's that. Like he's naive, but naive to a point. Like he does protect his family in Kansas. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he's talking.
Well, they're also old too.
Yeah,
and they're further away. Like I can't keep protecting them if I'm 2,000 miles away.
Yeah, I mean, there's a story. There's also the question of like where is Metropolis versus Kansas, and it's different in every bit of media. So it's anywhere it needs to be.
And at this point, he's a good judge of character. Like at this point, he hasn't confided in anyone that has turned on him. So if he tells you who he is, then it is almost a badge of honor. Like, oh, you are a good, quote unquote, good person.
Yeah, I'd question that more with the Justice Gang, to be honest, because it's like they are employed by Maxwell Lord, so there's a monetary aspect there.
I don't remember. Was Pedro Pascal in the film? I don't remember him showing up.
It's not. I don't know if you're being funny. Okay, you are.
He is.
Yeah, we do get Maxwell Lord in this one is played by Sean Gunn, brother of James Gunn. So we do get that, and who does actually appear in the mural that's up there on the wall with all the other heroes that are pretty.
I think it's less about who's employing them and more about their actions. So up to this point, again, it's like if you trust your fellow soldier, you may not trust the commander in chief. I don't give a shit about him, but the guy sitting next to me in the trenches, I'll tell him my fucking secrets left and right, like because I know that guy has been through the shit with me.
Yeah, but
also Maxwell Lord's not a bad guy yet.
There you go. That too.
There's that. There's that, but it's also like in my head too of like, yeah, my buddy in the National Guard, but he could get deployed to Washington and still decides to show up. So I ask all kinds of questions about the military at that point of like, you're gonna follow that order? You're gonna follow an unlawful order?
The whole point is that you knew that guy before. Even if you would know that guy well enough to be like, that guy wouldn't go. Like he and I were on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
if and we do get that. I didn't know that guy. Yeah.
Spoilers, we get that for the end because they show up to Moravia for him, so there's that. It just I question because it's like, and again, this is comic book knowledge, and like how much do we want to trust Maxwell Lord? But
yeah,
we're still early on.
Yeah,
he's gonna rack up enemies pretty quickly. Superman is.
Yeah, I mean that happens. But yes, and then we get like Lois pushes more with Mr. Terrific, and he relents, and then they go off to be like, okay, what happened to him? And we find out that apparently Mr. Terrific has injected nanites into all of the Justice Gang. And
he's like Batman. He's
Batman.
And everyone knows.
Yeah. No, it's definitely that. But I'm like, do they know? Because like these two didn't seem to know. I don't think everyone knows that you did that. Like also like. Superman's depending on the version, like he would know if you injected him with something, but I don't know. Depending on the version.
Can we also talk about the one joke that they just had to put there was very much the Peter Griffin like holding his knee for like 30 seconds of them opening the door to, and you're like, oh, this is funny, but it just completely kills any momentum you had going into the scene. Like it's a funny joke, but like I said, it's the Peter Griffin of like, and you're like, okay, ha, ha, ha. Oh, it's still going. It's still going. Okay.
You have a flying saucer, but you couldn't get a faster garage door?
I haven't worked on that yet.
Hey, Seth's got impeccable timing, damn you.
But it was just, it was a weird moment of like, it was just, it was just a weird joke to fit in there.
Yeah. And I guess that's James Gunn to a degree.
That's absolutely James Gunn's humor.
Yeah. Then they depart. They head off to track. Yeah. They land at the base, and this is a moment where I really enjoy. Like, I maybe misread it, and me and my wife were discussing it afterwards. But like, so as they start to go up, the Raptors are like, "Hey, you can't be here." The Raptors are Lex Luthor's guard guys, and so they start to like attack him. But then, so like at least one of the other techs do too, and I like that he kicks the shit out of some of the techs too, because it's like they sign up for this too. Like they're on board. Like
absolutely.
So many of them have been on board for breaking the law too, and it's not just like, oh, just the guards. Like, no, you signed up, person who's running the front desk at Auschwitz. You did this too, so welcome to get a beatdown. Like
they're the Death Star contractors.
I was gonna make a student loan joke until you brought up Auschwitz, and so now I'm just gonna back off on that entirely. And
come on, Pat.
Yeah, please.
You can get away with it.
Good.
Good. Yourself. Come on.
Guards at Auschwitz have loans. Go ahead, Pat. I started it for you. Just put the punchline. Just go ahead.
It's a trap. Once we have the billionaire sponsor, then we'll throw it in. All right, and we'll throw it in.
Just think, no one's ever truly canceled. Lucy K's out there doing something.
He is
jerking off.
There you go. All right, so there
4 months.
There
we have a really fun fight scene. We have a really
that's pretty fun,
entertaining fight scene.
No, yeah.
And I will say unexpected.
Yeah. This is proven once again that James Gunn does know his soundtrack. I will give him credit absolutely every time. Like, he knows how to place music, and he knows where to play that licensed song or whatever. But it works great every time. Like, it's so wonderfully done.
Well, watching the fight through Lois's eyes is also a pretty good perspective.
Yes, absolutely.
Instead of doing the slow motion Zack Snyder, like, oh, every time you punch, I'm just slow it down. It was like, no, I'm just gonna have her in the bubble, so everything seems a little distorted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can get the Gal Gadot, Mr. Terrific, no!
Kal-El, no!
Kal-El, no!
And enough parallel universe to feel the
singing,
Pat's always got his Gal Gadot like just locked and loaded, ready to go. So I'm like, go hit it.
To feel the Nile.
And enough champagne to fill the Nile.
She's so bad.
Yeah. And so they end up finding the pocket universe. I like that Mr. Terrific is like, oh shit, he made a pocket universe. That's crazy. Like just like game recognizing game. Like the idea that like Mr. Terrific is smart enough to also like recognize like, no, Luthor's got skills to some degree, and like that, like, okay, that's fair on. That's good on you.
Well, I also like how he immediately was like, this is why you don't do that shit though.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's in Justice League Action, which is a animated series. There's a moment where they talk about how Mr. Terrific is like the third or fourth smartest man. And they're like, oh, yeah, but you're only the third or fourth. He's like, who do you think made that list? And he's like inferring that he made the list to throw people off him. Like, no, I'm just the fourth smartest. I'm all good. You don't have to worry about me. And I'm like, that's masterful. Like, why wouldn't you be like, yeah, look at that guy over there. He's
a couple steps ahead. Go kill him.
Yeah.
That or talking gorilla.
Yep. Wait, are you speaking of Ultra Humanite, Gorilla Grodd, or Monsieur Mala, the super smart? There are multiple super smart gorillas in the DC universe.
There's too many.
Okay,
kill them all.
But you said gorilla.
I've seen Planet of the Apes. I've seen Planet of the Apes.
We're also not talking about Detective Chimp, who's not a gorilla, but also the world's greatest detective.
That is literally who I was talking about. So get rid of that chimp first, and then get the gorillas.
Wait, someone is taking the title of world's greatest detective while Batman is still out there. Like, we're just gonna have.
I think he's doing it. I think he's doing it just to piss off Batman.
Yeah, no. This is canonical that when someone says that about Batman, if Detective Chimp is nearby or in the room, he's like, no, he's the world's greatest human detective, and he makes that distinction. and it's out there. Trust me, I love it. It's one of my favorite.
Oh, I can imagine. That's wonderful. Okay, yeah, I appreciate that so much.
He's got to play around with that.
Yeah.
All
right, so we're in the pocket universe where things get fucking. They go a little wacky and start going a little faster than normal because then, like I said, we get after the falafel guy shot, we get who's the guy that makes elements or whatever?
Metamorpho.
Finally grows a conscience and it's like, all right, if I could stop poisoning you,
can you save my daughter? Yeah.
If you save my kid, I'll help you get out of here because he's like heartbroken that the dude got shot. It's like, okay, empathy, cool, we've got that again. Like that's good. And he's like, no, like if you say what you can, if you do what you can say, and you're gonna save my son, I'll help you. And then he gets rid of the kryptonite and starts to make a sun to power up Superman, which I'm like, that's a fair amount of like thought that they put into like, okay, he's got to be recharged with the power of a yellow sun. Like, okay, cool, let's.
He's like, I can't make a yellow sun, but I can make a facsimile.
Well, I was gonna say we're not gonna acknowledge like there's cubes around them and they're all glass. So everyone around them is just completely blind at the end of this whole entire scene, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because you have the power of the sun 2 feet from your face.
His hands were blocking off the side. That's the thing. He just focused the light down.
It was only up.
Only the reporter is blinded.
That's one thing you don't know. They tinted it's the oh god, what are those called? The lenses that darken.
Transition lenses.
They're made out of transition lenses. So
I just assume it was like the respectability. Everyone's like, all right, we all know. Everyone turn around. We know what's gonna happen. Don't just. So everyone has that.
No, I can only picture someone getting blinded thinking it was a transition lens. It's like he'd go for that. He'd pay for that. It's transition lens, guys. Don't worry. Ah!
This is very technical stuff. They've got to have safeguards in place. No safeguards. Okay. Also, everyone else has been soaking in kryptonite radiation too.
Yeah,
which does affect humans. So they've just been sitting.
Nah, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah, those are lead boxes somehow.
Yeah, those are magic boxes that contain.
Let's get out of the boxes because the more we talk about the boxes, the more this movie falls apart.
All right.
Yeah. So he gets
Superman breaks out, saves Metamorpho's child, and they go to escape out of the boxes.
Also, though, this is going back. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back on this. The guy that's been like holding the baby like evilly and be like, "I'm evil. You better not do whatever I want." Like, at what point do you just like beat on him for like a good half hour after you get broken out? Like, you held my baby.
I was kind of waiting for him to go, no, Lex has someone holding my baby to make me hold your baby. I thought we were going to like Russian nesting doll.
Yeah, the baby. He like points over to the side and like, oh, that's my baby over there. And it's like, so if you all just stopped holding each other's babies, you'd all be fine, right? Oh, yeah, we could have just, damn. Oh, thanks,
shit.
Man.
I was really just hoping it's like, they just call it out. It's like, do you like torturing kids? Like, my name's Joe Chill. What do you think?
Also, what was he doing? What was he doing when Superman was getting recharged?
Just
going, I can't see. That's the sun.
And he wasn't alerted by the ex-girlfriend who was trying to sell out everybody else. Like
she has been screaming on and off for 3 weeks. No one listens to anything.
That's probably true. Yeah, no one's listened. Yeah, at that point,
she seemed rather quiet and subdued. But when he first showed up, though, she was just kind of chilling. But anyway, they go to they go to the front office, I guess, wherever the front office of this prison is, and that's where he finds crypto.
Well, no, like because doesn't. The crypto
Superman
gets loose the spheres, the T spheres. Isn't that what gets crypto out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no,
that's what
Superman gets crypto out.
Does he? I don't remember this part.
Him and the Metamorpho go crashing into the like headquarters because crypto's on like a treadmill or something. He's like doing something else.
Yeah, crypto's chasing squirrels on the screen in his brain.
Yeah,
super squirrels. Yeah, okay, so they break them free, but then at one point, also Mr. Terrific sending his T spheres everywhere, trying to find out what's going on in this dimension.
Well, because crypto gets separated from Superman, because Superman gets jumped by those those robot raptors. Yeah.
at one point it's explained there's like a river of
antimatter.
Pixels. Yeah.
Like the Pixels from the movie Pixels.
Yeah. Pac-Man will kill us.
Yeah.
And that it's not
Adam
stable,
Sandler will save us.
And that it'll break the earth in half and it's bad. And so the whole fight scene is them flying towards basically a singularity in the center of this pocket universe.
Mm-hmm.
And almost getting sucked in.
Correct. Because he's trying to save the baby, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to save the baby. Metamorpho's trying to save him and keep the guys off him, and Metamorpho fights some of the raptors. And I mean, it's they all eventually get safe and free, and then they part ways when, I don't know if anyone wants to cover more here, but they end up meeting up with Lois and with Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific helps Metamorpho and them get to safety, and Lois takes Clark back to his family in Kansas in the T-Sphere. And that's where they kind of part ways. I think Mr. Terrific is also going to try and fix the T-Sphere thing because it's starting to break apart, but they leave it open to stuff happens. Yeah. And then we go and meet the parents, and we Clark takes a nap in his bed, and yeah, I can keep going. I don't know if anyone else has points.
So this is where they establish the being punk or being nice is being punk, I guess. Is this like that?
Yeah, when he wakes back up the next day, he's like, "Yeah, my parents are here," and yeah, and she's like, "You like the fabulous the something Crab Joys and the PODS, and yeah, all the other bands that are just goofy one-off jokes." But it's the idea that he's more of a pop punk kind of guy, but that's fine. Like, you can like pop punk; it's great.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So. Just to clarify, Mr. Terrific is trying to close the portal, but Luther eventually comes and wants to rip it open for reasons we'll get to.
Yeah, because I think Mr. Terrific turned, because also, like, as it's open, the like parts of it are being manipulated by the gateway, because like things start growing, like crystals start growing on it too. Like, there's like just weird stuff, science timey-wimey stuff going on with the portal, but it's turned off at one point, and then they end up turning back on so that they can draw Superman back to Metropolis.